Hello guys, this is Berman here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a BTD6 tower tier list. Now, last video I did just the base forms, the 000 forms of each one of these. This time I'm going to do the tower in general. So all tier 5, tier 4s, tier 3s, etc., cross paths, that sort of stuff. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. First, the Dart Monkey, such an amazing starting tower, but kind of falls off at the tier 5s. Crossbow Master is an easy win for hard mode, but it falls off during chimps. Jug is map specific, and Crossbow Monkey Fan Club is only good against bosses and like least cash. I'll still put it in A tier though, just due to its versatility early on in the game. Boomerang, I love the Boomerang personally. That's why my name is Boomerang455. It used to be my favorite tower, now not so much, but I love the top and the bottom path both, especially the tier 4s. The Morglaives, I just love it for how easily it clears out ceramics. It's just beautiful. The bottom path, the Moab Press, I think is a very underrated stall. It's so cheap and it just gets the job done, especially if those balloons are Moab glued as well. Perfect. A tier. Bomb Shooter is a lot like the Boomerang, where a lot of it is just really good at cleaning up balloons. Although I still love the middle path, the Moab Mauler. It's really good when I'm farming. It's also good against the Moab. It's so cheap. And also the bomb path is a lot like the Morglaives. And I don't even know which one's better. Like, this guy can't pop blacks, although it does more damage in general. So they're kind of on par with each other. A tier. Tack Shooter, the one which all noobs love. It's not that great, okay? It's probably the most overrated tower, but it's still not bad either. The Blade Shooter can be good on certain maps for the early game. I also kind of like the tier 2 middle path because it just has so much Pierce nowadays. Top path is good for more strong balloon cleanup, like rainbows and that sort of stuff. Cleaning up those types of balloons, maybe even ceramics. Although it is more expensive than these two guys and also has less range. Although the damage can be useful at sometimes. And the bomb path does a lot of damage, yes, and it can be useful against some bosses, that sort of stuff. Although there's others which outshine it, such as like the Elite Defender or the Blazing Sun. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Ice Tower. On the contrary, this is the one which all of the noobs say absolutely sucks. But it doesn't. It's great. The top path, the debuff from Embrittlement, super brittle, amazing. Middle path, the snowstorm, absolute zero, and also the fact that it freezes the water. Snowstorm is just such a good stall as well, especially if you have that permafrost. Amazing. Bomb path, the cryo cannon can just stall things forever, and the ice golem impale is just an absolute DDT crusher. A tier. Glue gunner, S tier. You might be screaming in the comment sections right there, but let me tell you, every single game I do in chips, I get a 0.32 glue and a 0.23 glue. Those are the first stalls I go for every single time because it's so damn cheap and it just gets the job done so well. Of course, the middle path being for stalling super ceramics and the bomb path being to stall Moabs. The top path is also good, especially for cleaning out ceramics, although I don't use it that much since, like I said, I use the middle and bottom path almost every single game, and that kind of has some anti-synergy with them. Desperado, I'm gonna put in A tier. I don't use the Golden Justice. I don't know. I just don't like the tower. But I love the Blazing Sun for bosses and that sort of stuff, and I also love the Desert Phantom as well. I've only heard today that some people are saying that it sucks. I remember when we were like when they just introduced it, people were hyping it as being extremely OP. I think it's probably somewhere in the middle, although I think Desert Phantom is still pretty strong. Although that could just be my opinion. Sniper, it's really good in the early game, but it kind of falls off in the late game, especially on the top and middle path. Sniper farms are okay. And the lead sniper, the lead targeting can be nice. The cripple mob is only really good against bosses. I think it's too expensive otherwise. The lead defender is strong though, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. Although really it's only that which is strong in the bomb path. The rest are kind of weak. The submarine, I'm also gonna put in B tier. Really good early game, but it kind of just falls off with its tier fives. Sub commander is situational. Preemptive Strike is kind of niche. I've heard it's a good DDT killer though, though I've not really used it very much, partly due to it being expensive. And the Energizer is also very situational as well. Boat, I'm also going to put in B. I think Boat is pretty strong. The top path is pretty strong, I think. The bomb path is the middle path is very strong, especially since with all those buffs with the Pirate Ward and the fact that I can hook 6 balloons in now. I think the middle path is really strong. And then the bomb path is really good for farming, for bosses and that sort of stuff. You know what, with that said, well actually I'm actually gonna put an A tier. I'm actually gonna put an A tier. Now I changed my mind. I'm gonna put an A tier. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. We are on the way to 500 subs and every one of you counts. So if you want to help the channel, make sure to do that right now. Anyways, going back to the video, Ace. I'm gonna put Ace in C tier. I mean, it's not very good in the beginning, and the top path, the ODS and the Sky Shredder I use sometimes. The middle path I don't use that much. I just think it's pretty expensive. And the bomb path I just don't use because of, I mean, the never miss targeting is good, especially with Outbuff, but like the Spectre, especially Flying Fortress, is just super expensive. Yes, the Flying Fortress does a lot of damage, although like the Dartlings I think outshine them, so C tier. Helicopter's another C tier. Not very great in the beginning. It's very expensive. The quad darts, I guess, is okay with quad darts, but whatever. The top path is okay as well. The Apache Prime is pretty good, although it's not like OP. And same thing goes with the special operations as a damage tower. Farming it can be absolutely busted sometimes, but that's only in niche situations. And the bomb path is also kind of okay as well. Mortar, I'm also gonna put in C tier. Just the tier fives aren't very good. Up to tier fours, it's a pretty good tower, and it can be used on some maps. So it's also kind of map dependent as well, and without the increased accuracy or bigger blast, is just so RNG dependent. Dartwing, I'm gonna put an A tier because its tier fives are so damn good. They are very expensive, but they just do so much damage, and they're just so good against bosses as well. Wizard, I am gonna put um, I'll put him B or A. I'll put him B tier. The Necromancer is good. The Prince of Darkness is good as well. Those are very good upgrades. The top path is not anything too exciting until the tier 5. The Archmage is really strong, especially with the middle path now. And the middle path, the tier 2 and 3 are strong, although then it just falls off at the Phoenix and the Wizard Lord Phoenix. Super Monkey, I'm also going to put in B tier. It's just very expensive, and all of the tiers are expensive. This is both good and bad. It's good because you can get more value out of discounts, like if you're going for a Sun Temple strategy, and you also get more value out of overclocks as well. But also the tiers 3 and 4, which are mainly the ones that you're going to be using, maybe except for the temple, or at least in chimps, are they just aren't as good, it feels like, for the most part, compared to other tower tier 5s. I don't know, that could just be me. You could spam Sun Temples and that sort of stuff. That's definitely strat. Robo's also pretty strong. Although I just feel like it's just not special, if you know what I mean. Ninja, I'm gonna put in B tier as well. I mean, it is a very strong tower in its own way. Don't get me wrong. Although I mainly only use it for either the Sticky Bomb or the Sabo. Sticky Bomb for bosses, of course, and the Sabo for chimps. I know the top path is really good ultra late game because it can so easily be buffed, especially with Shinobis. But I've just not really used it that much, I feel like. Alk, I'm gonna put an A tier. Alchemist is Uh, it's kind of weird because the middle path is kind of okay. The bomb path you don't use except if it's late game, tier 5 at least. But beneath the tier 5, it's really good for farming. Tier 3 middle path is also very strong. Forgot to mention that. But it's the top path, which is what makes Alchemist absolutely cracked. The fact that the Alch buff is only like what $2,000 to $3,000, and you get extra damage and also an attack speed buff is just ridiculous. The Permabrew, it falls off a bit there. The Permabrew is also pretty strong. Although mainly it's strong for the Pierce, I feel like. Because the damage you can get from debuffs. Druid, it's pretty balanced, I feel like. It's strong in its own way in each path, although it doesn't have camo, and that's kind of it also feels like each path has its own weakness. Um, Druid farms aren't very strong, but the vines in the middle path are that Druid of the Jungle spews out, and also Spirit of the Forest, those vines that cover the track are strong as well. The bomb path is just really good for pure DPS, and the top path is just super good for stalling and cleaning up balloons and crowd control. Mermonkey, I'm gonna put in C tier. I don't see the Mermonkey being used a lot. I love the Mermonkey, but I just don't see other people using it a lot. I feel like the Abyssal Warrior is probably the strongest part about it, with the slowing down with the ink and that sort of stuff. But the middle path, I just don't see used a lot. I've used it before. It's okay, but it's not like game breaker or anything like that. It is expensive, of course. And the bomb path, I just don't use ever since they made it not target BFVs. I feel like it's just not viable, especially at its price. Banana Farm's going S tier. Do I even need to explain myself here? It's going S tier, okay? It's just so good at making money for bosses. Spike Factor, I'm going to put an A tier because it's just so amazing. Like, all paths are just so amazing on chimps. Like, protecting leaks, or even just pure damage with the Spike Storm upgrade. Village, I'm going to go in S tier because I swear every single chimps game I play, I have a village. And I just get up to jungle drums. $3,000, ridiculous amount of attack speed for that price. I think it's 17.5%. Yeah. There's also the fact that you get discounts up and just discount everything. I used to go radar scanner, although there are cheaper options to decamo, I've realized. They could be they can be reliable on some times. I think decamos are usually better. And I usually just go for discounts as well. Engineer is I'm also gonna put an S here just because of how strong it is with farming. Overclock. Well, overclock in itself is strong with anything. Just the fact that it gets 70% attack speed boost is ridiculous. And the XXXL trap and the balloon trap are just so good with farming. They just are. No cap. The top path is kind of meh, but the middle and bomb path are just so amazing. And Engineer is basically a farming tower now. It's actually ridiculous. And last but not least, or maybe it is least, Beast Handler. I'm gonna put Beast Handler in D tier. Keyword, it's in D tier. It's not an F tier. I know that people will start commenting, oh, but Megalodon is so broken. Yes, and I know that. Beast Handler can be very strong. The thing is that it's niche. And you need to merge everything, and it's just less viable, I feel like, than other towers. And that's my tier list. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out!